make sure we protect each other's mental space. If you ever need me, just call. I'ma come running, give it my all. Love is love, God wins. Keep your vibrations high and watch how your blessings.
Namaste, Ashe, salutation, shalom, peace, peace, peace. Everybody out there, YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, wherever you coming in from. Hey, listen, a lot of things is changing. Welcome to the new year. Monty, what's going on with you? Love is love. Namaste, Ashe, salutation, shalom, peace. Hope everything is well. We are live on multiple platforms, like always. So we're here to talk about different things, a variation of things. But, let's just vibe to the music right now for a second or two just to smooth out the mood. Let's smooth out the mood. So much stuff is happening, so much stuff is happening, but once again, positivity, love, no matter what you talk about, how you talk about it matters. A lot of people are talking about things, but they're doing it in a negative light. A lot of things is happening. You got the Christian Rock situation with what happened with her. Well, you can say the people that assaulted her. We'll give you a clip of that real quick, before we go into today's conversation. And why would these girls record during a car accident? Like, you're in an accident, and the first thing you do is record. Like, this is how you know the world is upside down. Like, the first thing you do is record the accident. These are the girls that jumped Christian Rock. You know, when she was on the West Coast. But listen, for the people that's on TikTok, all you can do is listen, I guess. Let me see who's trying to come up. Okay. Yeah, accept that. Bring you up. All right. I think your voice can be heard if you come up in the box on TikTok. If I'm not mistaken. Hey. Okay, you gotta mute your what's it called? Your background. Not the phone, like whatever, like YouTube, I guess. Golden Queen, what's going on with you? Namaste, Ashe, salutation, salam, welcome to the new year. So this is perfect for Black Tea. This is perfect for YouTube. This is perfect for a lot of reasons. And we're picking it up. We're going to point it out because we want to say, like, is this karma, the backlash of it, this happening, right after they do the whole jumping of Christian Rock thing. Christian Rock is going to be on here with the "I told you God don't play about me" bit, so on and so forth, which will further push her antics. Um, but I think this is just one of those karmatic things where you know people get the big head. This group got the big head, got the, yeah, we did this, we did that. And this is part of that outcome of all of that, But let's take a listen real quick.
We just calm down, flip it over. Wait, calm down, don't panic. Please. We all alive, but I can't move my left leg, my hip, and it brings on my results in my spine, my neck. And yeah, and my healer over there, her spine was fractured. And he's at Loma Linda. We are different hospitals. And
Yeah, the one that's at another hospital, she probably passed away. That's probably why she had to get flight lifted to a different hospital.
my chest hurt.
But she is blocked, like, she is. I want y'all to think about that. Like, she's in the hospital, laid up, like, and she's recording it. What has the world come to? Imani, your thoughts?
In the hospital, the last thing I'm thinking about is recording my pain for the net.
Right, but think about it. She was in the accident and was recording. Like she was in the accident and was like, "We just got into an accident." Telling the other person like, "Don't panic." Like, so everybody else is worried about getting home, loved ones, and you talking. You like, "Where's my phone?" Like,
Where's my phone? Let me record my battered body.
let me go live and give an update. And she's like, "This person is this. This person got flew to a different hospital. This person had roast beef." Like, this is like the world that we live in is crazy now. Like, people are not panicking the same. Their worries are not the same. Like, she's like, "We're all alive. Okay, that's good." But you're in a hospital, you're in a car accident. Like, charges are probably going to be brought because who knows whose fault was, you know what I mean? Who knows what played a factor in this? But besides that, is just look at like what people are worried about. You more so worried about your social media status. Like, if this is not telling you that we live in an idea multiverse, you know what I mean? Like, we're not in a world anymore. Like, the physical world is nothing to some of these people. To them, their online status means more than anything. Some of these people living in places that, you know, is condemned, but online you always see them showing the clubs, the parties, the drinking, like it's fun. They're not telling you that the effects that it actually have on their real life. You know, they not. So like it's crazy the world that we live in, where every moment is exploitable. She's exploiting her friend's injuries in the whole accident. Like, yeah, she's over there with a you know, messed up spleen, and like, yo. And all you thinking about is we gonna get so many likes, we gonna get so many numbers, we gonna go viral. You fighting for your life. People are fighting for their lives, and you like, wave to the camera, girl. This ain't no vacation. This ain't weekends at Bernie's. Do you see what I'm saying? Like the type of world that we live in, though.
Yeah, everything's for the gram, everything's for the net, everything's for TikTok. Nothing is sacred.
Nothing. Think about it. They in a car accident. Like, I want to watch it again, but you in a car accident and you got your phone out, laid up. The car flipped over now. Y'all are upside down. Y'all upside down. And you got your phone out. Your homegirl over there panicking because she probably can't feel her legs because her spine is toast. And you got your phone out like, "Don't panic, girl. Don't panic." What? Lady, we are in a car upside down, right? And you telling me to not panic. Don't worry. We just crashed. We just crashed. Calm down. We flipped over. But you live. Or you had to be live because I think somebody else had to be recording this, you know, basically taking it, screen recording it while it happened. You know, and this is crazy. Like,
Wait, calm down, don't panic, Keith. I'm doing your job. Please.
and Keys is the one that got flew to a different hospital. You gotta pray for her.
We all alive, but
I gotta look into it to get the update. Did she call 911 first? Hell no, she went live first.
Results in my spine and my neck.
Nothing more important than live.
Yeah.
And
Any situation, the first thing people do is take out their phones if there's an emergency, if someone's being unalived, if someone is unalived, they just take out their phones. They don't call 911.
But it's crazy to be the one in the incident and you're recording it like, yeah, we just flipped the whole vehicle. We upside down right now. Hey, Keys, don't worry. I know your spine might be messed up, blood leaking out your whole backside or whatever the case may go on, but we got to get this one for the blogs. Look good for the cameras type shit. Like, that's how out of touch of reality she is. It's like, hey, I'm live. You know what I mean? That's basically what she's saying. Like, hey, chill out. I'm live. You know, don't panic. I'm live. What do you mean? We are upside down in a vehicle. My body's mangled. And you laid up in the hospital talking about. Matter of fact, how do you even have your phone in the hospital? That's not interfering with none of the other equipment that's around. How you got your phone out in the hospital recording clips for updates or whatever? Like, that's crazy. That is crazy to me. She got tubes in her nose, neck all, like everything strapped up, and she's like, yeah, Keys, she got flew to a different hospital. This was over there.
And my kilo over there.
Look, and she throwing up the deuces. Hey, chat. Hey, chat. I know we look bad now, girl, but we gonna bounce back in no time. Y'all pray for us. Go fund me. That's all they thinking about is the money they gonna make off of this shit here. Traumatized to monetize. If this ain't the big crisis.
Her spine is fractured.
Spine fractured, medical bills.
And Keys at Loma Linda. We are different hospitals.
Why? Why is Keys at a different hospital? It's the same one that you in the car saying don't panic to. Your injury is so minor.
Crash. Calm down. We slipped over. Wait.
Look.
Calm down. Don't panic, Keys.
Look.
Please.
See? Keys the one saying help me. She the one that got flown to a different hospital. While y'all in the intensive care, she in critical care, probably getting, you know what I mean, not making it. I gotta get an update and see what happened, because this happened like, I want to say yesterday, maybe 14 hours ago. This is fresh.
Wait, calm down. Don't panic, Keys. I just want to get
She said, I've been asking.
We all alive, but I can't move my left leg, my hip, and waiting on my results on my spine and my neck. And yeah, and my kilo over there. Her spine is fractured. And he's in Loma Linda. We are different hospitals. And
I bet you she gonna act like she don't remember doing none of this shit. I don't even remember going live or being. I don't remember none of that. I was out of it. As soon as they be like, girl, you was more worried about, I don't remember none of that. I was just trying to do whatever to stay safe. But, in other news, Rizzi had her funeral. The family didn't want nobody from TikTok being there. No, influencers being at the funeral. So they gonna have like a separate thing for her over on TikTok, I guess. The different, whatever people want to try to make it seem like they was a part of it. But like I said, we've been posting the stuff over here to show y'all, just the rhetoric of it. And it doesn't stop. You know what I mean? They didn't stop over there. They didn't The madness is still continuing, the chaos is still continuing. Uh Messy is still messy. Now they just arguing and pointing the finger at each other and cursing each other out, you know, in all of this situation.
Little
You
Rizzi.
have absolutely nothing, AD, and you're mad at us because of you. That's why your entire rant on your live was about our money because you have none. You have none. You have nothing. You're a pitiful ass kid, and you're a spotty ass child, AD. You are unhappy as fuck. You understand me? You are unhappy.
Do you see what they're doing? And the reason why I point this out is because I want y'all to realize like the frequency that they're playing behind this, right? They're putting, you know, uh meditation frequencies, they're putting spiritual frequencies behind this to mess up, higher vibrational frequencies, a sound that you would normally go to for like quiet, for, so on and so forth. They're now putting their negative, their messed up on it. Like, and this is what's happening in the world. When you realize the power of frequency and you realize the manipulation of frequency, you realize what their job is. Our job is to clean up the air, the frequency, try to get more people to speak positive, be positive, so on and so forth, right? Their job is to try to tell you words don't matter. If words didn't matter, then why is certain, countries governing words like the UK? You know what I mean? How they talk to people, how they affect people's body. Why did they study, the words and the effect of a plant? If you speak nice to a plant, it'll grow certain ways. And if you speak nasty to it, it'll grow, brown leaves, so on and so forth. So obviously words matter, and certain people know that words matter. And that's why it's okay for certain groups of people to talk negative about each other, so on and so forth. Because why? We're not governing ourselves. We're not protecting our ears. We're not protecting other people's ears from this. We think it's iron sharpening iron. We think it's our task to strengthen each other by belittling each other, tearing each other down, so on and so forth. And it continues. The madness continues. When you listen to this, or as you listen to this, I want you to take heed to this as a collective, as a group of people that have found this as a means of survival, a way of making currency in order to get out of whatever finances they're in. And this has become the rhetoric, right? They back in the day, I guess this would be the grapevine. I heard it through the grapevine, or this would, that old wives' tales that our parents used to warn us about and tell us about, like be careful what you sit around and listen to type stuff. But listen to how they go about. And this is on TikTok, a whole group of them. Black Diamond, there's men group like this too that sit and tear each other down. This is I thought that they were coming together to unify to try to fix the community, fix some of the problems in community. No, they got caught up in the whole concept of it and the currency that they were getting from tearing each other down. It wasn't to point it out. It wasn't to say, "Oh, you men in the community need to do better." Da 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 da. You women in the community need to do better. It wasn't that. It was about the money that they were making from talking crap and not even knowing the effect that it was having on us collectively. But this is the outcome, and it's not going to stop. unless we collectively come together and say, you know what, we got to do better. We got to talk to each other better. We need to find a better way. Unless we do that collectively, it's going to be the same thing over and over again. And this is going to repeat throughout generations.
As fuck on live with some soiled ass drawers on that look like you had them bitches on for days, looking like they're your only pair, one tank top and 2 pair of shorts. You are dirty, funny ass, immature kid, AC. You hate your motherfucking life, AC.
See, listen to that. Listen to how low vibrational that is. Just to me, that and it's not like it just stop, like it goes on and on and on. Like, it's crazy how much it's never ending over there. It's never ending. I'm talking about, and look, like our page will get taken down for trying to talk about positive, trying to talk about moon stars and quasars, all of that stuff. Our page will get snatched quick for that, right? But this page, these pages, these panels stay up. They stay up. For us trying to enlighten the people, for us trying to bring knowledge and wisdom, our page will get snatched every time. But this page, these type of pages will grow. Jaguar Rights negative pages will grow. Y'all tell me that this makes sense in the world. This is how you know we don't live in a righteous world. How can the negative, toxic pages grow, but the positive pages that's trying to teach, that's trying to unify, that's trying to practice love and unity, how can those pages not grow? But these negative pages will grow like wildfire, right? Listen to how she say this. Listen to what she say.
I'm so sorry. At the end of the day, Rizzi is a stranger. I have never met her. It's no different than a man that I give $1 to every morning on the corner. If you pass next week, I'll feel for him. At least I met him, but I'm not gonna sob. I'm so sorry. And yeah, I refuse to sit on this bitch and make myself cry or get off like I just need this type of time. I'm not doing that.
Think about what she just said. First of all, she related. I want y'all to hear the problem in this, right? She related the feelings that you are supposed to have for this situation with getting off. That's a traumatized mind. That is the mind of someone who has trapped themselves in different variations of trauma. And sex probably was always that outcome. Sex probably was always that fix. Sex probably. This is what you see in this world where everybody thinks that the only real thing that's out there is the lust that you have for fornication. Nowhere near in this conversation should be those two relatable things, right? But because someone wants you to have an act of empathy or sympathy for a situation that you played a part in, take accountability, you refer to it as, I get off, and I'm not getting off on this, like getting off on that. What the fuck is a get off? This is not even a get off moment. But in the mindset of somebody who thinks like this, everything will go back to that. Everything will go back to that. If you're arguing with this person, if you're trying to defend somebody, they'll say, you act like you effing them. You act like everything that you do will go back. And this is how you point them out. This is how you point out these type of demonic entities, right? Anything and everything will always refer back to some type of sex or some form of it. Is he doing this for you? Is they sucking you? Why? Like, that's why I say it's easy to point these people out. It's easy to notice them. You just got to look past the flesh, look past that human, and start seeing them for the energy or the entity that they are, that they come with.
That's not cool. It's not fair. It's not funny. It's not okay. It's performative and it's ridiculous. It's fuck. Here, that's shedding a lot of tears. I already shared them with her a long time ago. Okay.
Now, how'd you shed tears with somebody a long time ago when they were alive if the tears that you're supposed to be shedding right now is for them being unalived? How did you already shed tears with her about her unaliving? How? I've been shed tears with her about this a long time ago. What? Huh? Huh? Make it make I shed tears with her. So but basically what you saying is you was already prepared for this. You was just waiting for her to do it. Because if you go back to the other ones, this is the same lady who said that, she was there, 6 times when she tried it before. So what? So y'all know she's in a mental health place. Y'all know she's, struggling with, addiction. Y'all playing on that, extorted her for that, used her for money. And then when it all said and done, you said she's no better than a stranger, at least the stranger you met in real life. But if you want to prove this to me, come in and drop a lion, come in and gift this, come in and gift that. Throughout the 2 years, I knew Rizzi, for over a year now on messy TikTok. But some of these people knew her since she was in debate talk with Genty. And y'all might not know who Genty is, but Genty is DJ Soul Child. He's got I don't know. I think he had one account over there that might have reached a million or close to it or something like that. But my run-ins with him is over on TikTok, over on me going from debate talk and then ending up on messy talk. But this is how far they went. Right now, they decide to call the coroner person. Right, so one of the ladies who are involved with the unaliving of Rizzi, or involved with the, however you look at it, allegedly, one of them said that they had a cousin who was a coroner and they were going to call that coroner to see if Rizzi's body was at any of the places. Well, they said, okay, well, they found out who the cousin was and they decided to call the coroner cousin, who's also a government official, to try to see if their cousin, Kiana, contacted them. Now, Kiana is somebody who has a breakfast with keys or whatever on TikTok, one of the pages that I helped build. For the first couple of weeks, I was the co-host over there, but I seen how she was tearing down people and trying to do the drama shit. And I was like, I thought you said you were trying to do the positive thing for the community and so on and so forth. Turned out she wasn't. So I just stepped away from it. But this is one of the people that's involved with the whole Rizzi situation. And these are, two other content creators on YouTube who interact with each other, not only in real life, but also on here. One's ex-veteran, this dude right here, who had alleged charges. And then you got this one right here, Genty, who broke his baby's ribs, or it was a big long story about how he hurt a baby or whatever. And these are the people that's allowed to grow on these applications. I just want you guys to get an idea. No matter what, if they're pointing this stuff out, this is evil begotten evil. This is, you can look it in their face and see that their whole goal is to monetize, make money, and exploit this situation as high as possible. You know what I mean? You can see the evil in them. This is probably why they said that the operation would have to be within a certain amount of radius from us, because if these people were in your present, you probably can feel the wicked evilness coming off of them. You know what I mean? But in this world, negative begots negative. All things will come to light. So now you see the wicked that's begotten the wicked. You see them, right? But here's the thing, like if you get involved, like point them out, try to, expose them, they'll all surely come against you. They'll stop fighting each other and like, oh, who is this? And they'll start. Why? Because they know what they're doing. They know that they're traumatizing the monetized. They know everything that they're doing is based off of not them fighting each other, but the people who's watching it, right? They want your energy, right? It's only when somebody like me or some other light being intervene that they be like, oh nah, you're not a part of this program. See, they already know that this is a way to psychologically fuck with other people, right? They already with the stuff, right? So they deal with each other because they're all with the stuff, right? When you come along, it's like, oh, nah, 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 nah. I ain't see your name on the attendance list because you want the truth. They don't want the truth. They want the cycle of the currency that's coming in with playing and manipulating with feelings and emotions and cohortions of the hearts and so on and so forth.
Hi, is are you familiar with Kiana
Look,
Beasley?
look at how he's smiling. Look at how he's.
I do apologize. Who am I speaking with?
My name is Anthony.
Anthony.
No, I was just calling because she had made a video on social media, and we were just trying to figure out like was it true, and if you were her cousin.
I'm sorry, but you're Anthony from where? Anthony Holmes.
From TikTok. Yes, ma'am.
See, this is the whole problem. This is the whole fuckery right here.
I'm just a content creator. That's all.
Meddling and intervening in people's real life for content. This is the type of stuff that's happening to us. This is the type of stuff that's happening to people. It didn't just start on YouTube. It didn't just happen over here. They've been doing this. It's groups of people that's involved with this that will sit there, like especially a smaller creator. If you're a smaller creator, they'll get close to you, try to find out stuff that's going on with you, and then the next thing you know, they're exposing your life, what's going on in your life, so on and so forth for content. It's happening to a lot of smaller creators. We don't have no protection around it. If we try to speak up against it, our content will get blocked for us speaking up the truth. Their lie will get broadcast tenfold. Do y'all see what's going on? You won't be able to go on a platform to get your truth out there, but they'll be able to go on multiple platforms to get their lie out there. Do you see what's going on? It's not just happening with the Rizzi situation. It's not just happening with, it's happening in multiple situations. And you like it's happening so much that one will almost point it and be like, man, this is a conspiracy. It's like, your mind will start playing tricks on you. Like, are they all working together? Da, 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 da. No, it's because they're all operating in that same energy. It's like lust demons will operate like lust demons. So you'll see them gather together, right? Money demons will operate like money demons. So you'll see their operation and them working together, right? So you'll see the operation of the entity that is in each vessel. And it's not that many entities to operate in these lower vessels. So it's like you can witness them. You could see them operation. So you can't see them for man or woman. Don't see them for that. You got to look and see their operation. That's why Christ said, in this time, you will see by the deeds, by their actions, because you can't read nobody now. Now, with the internet, with everything that's falsified and all these images and all of this, tell a lie to a vision stuff, faking, pew pews and then really pew pewing and then like all of this stuff is a gimmick. World, one big stage, right? But you'll be able to see the who's who of Whoville if you stop looking at people's words and start looking at their actions, their deeds, their merits, not Oh, you got so much education. Oh, somebody vouched for you. Oh, you come with false witnesses. No, none of that shit. A good person is going to do good stuff. You know what I mean? You can't. Epstein Island would not exist if there was good people in the world. Do you get what I'm saying? Somebody would have told on that shit back in the 80s. It's a reason why everything exists through the extent that it exists. Monsters created monsters. They only supported each other because they was monsters. You keep trying to figure out why. Why nobody in the industry? Why nobody seem to help? Why they all seem to be governed to some sort of code of conduct? Because they are. You can only get put in the position that you put in if you say that you're going to do this and comply with this, and this. You can't go back and help. You got to keep people in poverty. You can't do this. How is America full of so many billionaires, yet we still the worst looking country? And no, we should have skyscrapers. We should have roads paved. We shouldn't have a problem in America, but we do. We do. And here we are with the biggest problem being ourselves, right? And thank God for AI. I want to thank God for AI because y'all keep on trying to say we against artificial intelligence, but artificial intelligence is not doing nothing but pointing out humanity. Oh, they might make it go viral. Oh, they might be sending it, and but that's still a human action. That's still some person. That's still a person that decided. Yes, it might have went viral. Yes, the algorithm might have pushed it out there. But guess what? It's pointing out the problem. The AI, artificial intelligence, it's telling us you guys are the problem. Look at how y'all doing. Look at what y'all doing to each other. Look at how y'all treating each other. So until we correct that, it's going to keep on pointing it out and it's going to get intensified. So, but let's keep listening. Let's keep listening to how this whole toxic thing works because it's toxic, begotten toxic, and it's all to say who's the most toxic. See, I almost fell into this. I almost fell into this. They were trying to say like they had people that lived in my hometown, Camden, New Jersey. Like they were trying to say, like, oh, you can't come back. Like literally, like I literally want and visit my hometown just to show them that I can go back home. Like I was like, what the fuck? What are y'all talking about? Just because I'm out trying to do the homestead, trying to, build the community, that I can always go, you know what I mean? Like to the point where like I'm like calling my peoples like, yo, do you know this person? Like literally about to really like take it to the streets. And then they tell me like, yo, this is just for content on TikTok. Look, don't play with my real life like this. This is my real life that y'all playing with. I had to tell them on TikTok, like, yo, don't play with my real life. They all backed off of me. All these messy content creators, like, I'm telling you, like, if I show y'all my phone, like, I sent the person that you looking at right there, I sent him a message, or I got his phone number, right? The person that's involved with the Rizzi situation, the Braid King person, I got his phone number. Like text him the other day. These people who I was in, like, I wasn't involved with the messy shit, but I had their numbers because I thought they were trying to do positive stuff, and they kept on saying like, if you have something great, da 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 da, hit us up on the back end, this, that, and the third. And I was one of the creators in that group at the time because I was around Kev the comic. I was around Black Diamond. I was around a bunch of other, content creators at that time, on TikTok that was up and rising, you know, and I was around them. But I was trying to tell them, like, yo, we got a chance. We could do something positive if we all, unify together, so on and so forth. I'm giving them different ideas. I even contact them like, yo, we could put together a TikTok house, a streaming house. And then you could put together a YouTube house and they can battle like Road Rules Real World, but it can be on like some positive growth type shit, you know what I mean? Or, after the battle, the reunion shows you show and develop like the Big Brother house, you know what I mean? But for streamers, you know what I mean? Like where you put streamers in the house so many TikTok streamers, so many YouTube streamers, so many Twitch streamers, so many Kick streamers, and you put them all in the house, and then they battle with different events and so on and so forth. So I'm telling them about this idea. Why they steal my idea? They didn't get the finalization of the idea, right? They didn't get the finalization of the idea because they jumped on it so quick that they wanted to put the messy shit together with it. So they like, man, that's a good idea. But they jumped and put together the messy shit. So instead of them doing it the way I wanted them to do it, they try to put a messy TikTok house together on Roku. And when they put it on Roku, what happened was it collapsed because then they had people running around the house naked, showing they thing, all this other shit going on. The girls in the house freaking, the guys in the house running trains on, all types of shit like that. So and this was down in Atlanta. So it all went south. They couldn't really put it together because you didn't, how you going to take somebody's idea, X out the person that had the idea, and then try to go put together the shit that they was, what? And then you wonder why it failed. Because you eliminated the originator of the idea, the person who was looking at it as bigger than that. Because you can look at the years from now. If you put together something like this, all the networks will buy into something like this. What network wouldn't buy into something like this? You mean to tell me you got TikTokers, Kick, like it would be just like Aiden Ross or Kai Cenat doing it. That's why I was trying to get in touch with one of them, like Aiden Ross, Kai Cenat, somebody like that, to put together something like this on a positive note, especially with Kai Cenat going through so much right now. You would love something positive like this. You know what I mean? To put together an event where people are battling, using strategy, using, you know what I mean? You got Mr. Beast. You got all these different content creators. You could literally put together a gaming house, like real world road rules, where you put together, you take four teams, Twitch, YouTube, Kick, and TikTok. You take those four, you get 4 people from each one, you put them all in the house together, let them battle for events, eliminations, switching up the teams. That way they have to learn different things from different sides, so on and so forth, do trivia questions, all of that good shit, travel, all of that stuff. And then you do that in multiple locations. So you'll have an East Coast house, then you'll have a West Coast house, and then the East Coast house battle, the West Coast house, the South, so on and so forth. So you could do this in every city. You can have this, and then just have the cities swapping each other out. Like for one season, we gonna go stay in the Atlanta house, and the Atlanta house is gonna come stay in the LA house, and blah 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 blah. Same thing with Real World Road Rules, New Jersey, all of that, Jersey Shore, all of that. But you do it with streamers, right? Because streaming is the wave now, right? So now what you're doing is you bringing the old with the new. So now you get the networks, you get the MTVs, now you get the VH1s to bring in the camera crews and so on and so forth. Why? Because you're blending the two, right? But see, they couldn't see the vision because it wasn't their idea. They wasn't the originator of it. So they put together these fuckeries of these houses, and then it just all turned into what? The same shit that they dealing with in the apartment complex, the same shit that they dealing with, because all they doing is thinking about lust. All they doing is getting in the houses and thinking about who they gonna screw, what's gonna happen. Another baddies. Oh, we gonna turn this into Zeus Network, so on and so forth. All you doing is copying the negative that's already in your fucking community. That's all you're doing. You're not trying to turn nothing into positive. You're not trying to be positive. All you're doing is trying to copy the fuckery that's already in the community because you think that that's your way out too. So you multiplying the chaos that's in the community, and all these people counted me out. That's why I can't wait to run into the right investors, because all these people counted me out. All these people stole my ideas and used it on TikTok for negative fucking bullshit, right? And now they trying to put me in the box by blocking my content on TikTok, not wanting me to, grow over there, so on and so forth. But I got these people numbers in my phone, like personal cell phone numbers. That's how you know that I was involved in the whole TikTok thing. When I go over on TikTok, if I go over certain panels, it's like they'll get a message from somebody else on TikTok that say, hey, yo, look, that's that Atlas dude. You know, you got to get him off your panel, so on and so forth. Because that's how bad they're suppressing that type of truth, that type of growth, that type of unity. They want the ideas, they just don't want to deal with the person that's coming up with the ideas. Because why? Because I'm too smart. They can't fuck me over. They can't put the scammers on my page. They can't, you know, saying make me. Oh, you know how they made Ronnie Bo and them collect all these emails. You know how they made Ronnie Bo and them get those text now numbers, but the text now number was actually going to Mike and all of them. That was a part of the Atwood's network. Yeah, that's how. Those things don't belong to these people. Somebody else set it up for them so they get all the messages. So that way, when the exploiting come, guess what? Oh, Ronnie Bo sent me all of the messages that he got. Oh, this happened. Da, 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 da. Why? Because they say shit like, I don't know technology. I don't know how to set that stuff up. You guys set that stuff up for me. So they got somebody else that's handling them, that's got all access to all that stuff. They don't know how to do it. All they know how to do is press live on the phone, like Jaguar Wright. Think about it. You've been doing this shit for how many years? Since 2020. You've been on these applications. Since you linked up with Legina Gold, right? But all you still know how to do is just press live. Damn near don't even know how to put up backdrops or nothing on the screen. Just press live. That's all she know how to do. Make it make sense.
That for numerous calls that I have received. By being an elected official, I will not verify nor deny any information because I'm not sure everyone.
Look at how they setting this person up.
I don't know anything.
This person don't know that they're live.
I don't work for TikTok. I want to be clear for that. I don't work for TikTok. I'm just a regular dude. I'm just a regular dude, to be honest
Look,
with you.
see, he's trying to classify everything on his end. You don't work for the TikTok, but you damn sure military or ex-military.
Oh,
I didn't say I had a connection with her.
no, I got you.
I didn't say that I did it because like random people keep calling me, and I'm like, so because being an elected official,
I got you.
Maybe here nor there because I don't know what I should say and what I shouldn't say because
understood.
This is from what I've heard. This is like a crazy situation.
A very crazy situation. I'm gonna be real with you. So can I talk to you and you just not say nothing? Is that okay?
He's got to keep her on the phone.
All right, cool.
Otherwise, the live stream don't get numbers.
So I'm not gonna try to indict you or anything. Like this is not like a got you moment.
And look at Genty. Look at Genty just a smiling. Because there is evil begotten evil.
No, I got you.
And they all know who I am. All you gotta do is mention Atlas, and they all know exactly who I am.
Right? People start digging.
They're like, oh, that dude that talk about moon stars and quasars. They tried to make me negative.
She said it on a live stream in front of like hundreds of people. Yeah, she said that, I'm just going to tell you what's being said so that because people probably call in and try to interrogate you. I'm just going to tell you what's being stated on the internet so that you have a better understanding of why you're getting these calls. Kiana stated that she has a cousin that is a coroner that she called because of a situation that happened where a young lady took her life on live on social media, and that her cousin was using their resources in order to call around to different people and verify where that person's body is. And this situation is so disgusting that people looked up her Facebook, and from my understanding from the video that was just made by a different content creator, your name was plastered all over it in connection to her Facebook. So with that, people are now looking up your office.
People are now looking up your office. Listen, they stayed on for a hot minute. They stayed on the phone with this lady. You hear me? This is 19 minutes long, so we're gonna listen. But they stayed on the phone with her, and this is why I say it's no win-win over there. Everybody loses in this whole situation because they call themselves getting justice for Rizzi or whatever, but this is actually Rizzi's first bully right here. This is Rizzi's very first bully on TikTok. When she was on TikTok, she was on Debate Talk. And he started because I think she had surgery on her leg or something like that. So they started calling her like Gimpy Leg, or you know what I mean. This is her first bully. And then when she went over and was a part of Messy Talk, he was over there too because he tried to, so he was still bullying her even over there when she went over to Messy Talk. And these were people that were supposed to be a part of Debate Talk. This was like Debate Talk got pushed into Messy Talk and they started messing up what a debate was. And it just became arguing.
TikTok. I've been on TikTok for like the last 5 years. I think the main thing that people are trying to do is make the connection that you are the person that she was talking about. Because I'm just gonna be real with you. This is completely outside of you. This individual, Kiana Beasley, has said some very disgusting things in regard to this young lady. So any person that she mentions or mentions connection to, they're going to catch a stray, essentially. Not a stray in the sense of a bullet. I want to be clear about that. I'm saying a stray in the sense of like people, talking about that person, trying to contact that person, etc. So with her pages being so public and her saying that her cousin is an elected official, and then they go on her Facebook and see her posting campaign flyers, they're just essentially doing what the investigative journalism did with it. That's essentially what they're doing. They're not, to my understanding, really wanting you to give any answer other than confirming that you're her cousin.
Look.
Because of the disgusting things that she's been saying about this deceased person that she assisted in bullying. Well, when she mentions you and utilizing you as a resource, she put you in it. Yeah. Right.
Her name wasn't mentioned. They did the investigation work of looking at her Facebook, so on and so forth, and then seeing it, but her name wasn't mentioned. Kiana said, like, okay, it's echoing because I don't have it muted. All right.
The fact that she ain't here
Right.
yet is sending me to orbit.
Yeah. So this is okay. So let me walk it down for you. She said on her platform. Now, to be clear with you, she did not mention the Kiana Beasley woman. She did not mention your name. She just said my cousin is an elected official who is a coroner. There was another content creator that went onto her Facebook and saw campaign flyers of you. So they put it up that you were the person.
Yes.
No campaign flyers up of you on Kiana's Facebook page.
Yep.
So they made that connection of, oh, this must be the cousin that she's talking about, which is that's why I wanted to explain to you how we got here so that you have a better understanding. Because I'm a firm believer in, if you're gonna make calls like this and give people information, I'm gonna give you all of the information. I'm not gonna sit here and BS you. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to get you to understand Kiana is the one that started this avalanche. Whether you have a connection to her or not, she's the one that started this avalanche.
Her name's not Kiana, it's Nisha.
Nisha, my bad. Nisha Beasley, my bad.
Like I stated before, I've heard so many different names and I'm just like,
I got you. I just wanted you to understand like why. No, I got you. I just wanted you to understand like why this is happening. Because she's saying some very disgusting things. And,
Naisha.
Naisha Beasley. I'm sorry. Yeah, this person got so many freaking names on their platform. But yeah, that's pretty much the crux of what's going on and what's taking place. Just so that you understand.
You see how she said yes to her? Like she knows. They like, man, listen to this shit.
Don't stay out too late. Creators or podcasters or whatever the case may be as far as this whole TikTok situation.
I got you.
I'm not in liberty to discuss anything because I don't know what's what.
I got you. All right. Well, you have a great day.
You too.
All right. Come on. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Now that's how you messy talk, bitches.
Yeah.
Let me make sure I say that with the billboard plaque in the background. You know what I mean? That's how you do it.
I want y'all to think about that. This now, listen, we're gonna keep listening because it only gets better with these type of characters. But
Oh man.
Hey, Dad, did you call me? Yeah.
Yeah, Harmony.
it's
Gave it away.
it's all messy.
My thing is like, because she's not involved in this, but she is because, again, it's easy to do essentially investigative journalism. That's all this really is. You know what I'm saying? Investigative journalism. You know what I mean? She mentions your name, and my thing is give them that elected official about the curse. So my thing is like, okay, so she mentioned your name. We went on her Facebook. We saw your campaign flyers. We looked you up, and we found you. People don't realize how easy it is to be found on social media. And you telling me it's a fucking oinky that you're the only elected official on her Facebook page?
Especially she said that's not the first call she got today.
Come on, bro. That should be been getting calls.
So she played on the phone. That
Also, too, let me say this too. To the bloggers, I don't care if y'all post this shit with my face on it. I don't give a fuck how she feel about it.
Look, see, look, because they want it because it's more drama their way. It's more drama to their page, so they want it. So of course he's like, yeah, you know, put my face on there, so on and so forth, because he has a page that he has to keep growing chaos with. Damn. You know, he too has a page that he has to continue growing chaos with. Why? It's narcissistic people doing what narcissistic people do. Let's take a song break.
You like to talk a lot of smack. You spy and lie, you boast, always gotta do the most behind my back. When you're faced with all the facts, you switch right up, you don't remember all of that. Showing off like you're in a pageant, bragging on about your status. Little do they know there's a real dark method to your madness. All the hate you brew inside, tragic. From a monster to the victim, play the role so well, dramatic. Is that it? Moving on, now it's time for me to work, wave my magic wand. You're no match for me or the power of my tongue. Let me show you how it's done. I can too terrorize you for fun. Demon be gone. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist, a reaction is your aim. I'll just give you nothing, watch you lose at your own game. You're a narcissist, it's always your way, it's your lane. Doesn't matter what I try to say, decline. You want what's mine, try to bring me down, try to take me out, but you can't steal my shine. You always want to start a fight, no rules, never can you lose, no clue to why you always gotta be right. Tell me why you're so uptight, if it's all for show. Gotta let shit flow, gotta let shit go. Can't dwell on it your whole life. Get back, I don't want your static. Nothing but a drama addict. Those repeated cycles I have studied.
As the numbers go up, they get more and more because they know the numbers. It's all for the numbers.
Try to pawn your pain on me, return to sender with that package and trash it. Moving on, now it's time for me to work, wave my magic wand. No more dragging me through the dirt, teach you right from wrong. Once that truth turns to karma, you're done. Demon be gone. You're a narcissist, can't hide it when it shows. Tied down by your traumas and now they won't let you go. You're a narcissist, a reaction is take my soul, try to switch them roles.
Now,
That
this is
destiny
all
swapping,
after.
mocking, blocking shit.
It's all effery. This is all after the passing, you know. All of this stuff is after the passing, how they continue to exploit and make money off of it after the situation. You know, I think certain things should be, you know, spoke about, but I don't think the same people who were involved in the whole thing, like, because this is what they wanted to do. They like to push people to this. If we go back on TikTok for the last 4 years, we'll see a lot of unaliving attached to their page. One of the messy TikTokers, you know, hit somebody in a car while she was on hosting a live panel. You know, she unalived somebody in the car. Another one, you know, had another, you know, story attached to her that was unaliving of somebody. It's like they find these people with mental issues or so on and so forth, and then they exploit the hell out of them or drive them crazy enough to where they do something, and then they capitalize off the unaliving part by the further exploiting of it, like you see now.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
We don't care. There's nothing you can say to do to us. You can't bully us, bitch.
And my thing is, no, this is my thing though. She deserved the full context to understand why people are blowing her fucking phone up. No, Kiana didn't mention her, but she did give enough clues for people to go and look and then find you.
See, he just told on himself. No, she didn't mention her, but she left enough clues for y'all to do detective work and find her. No, she didn't mention her, but she left enough clues. So y'all going by the clues, speculation.
So just so that she know, so she can tell her, hey, stop fucking mentioning me. Because low key, based on the description of a coroner, Rizzi is what, in Alabama?
Yeah,
That's not her jurisdiction.
at all.
So that could, in some way, potentially get her in trouble if the right person pick up the story.
Using her political influence or freaking resources to look up shit across state lines, especially a dead body, which is tampering with evidence. So you're tampering with evidence across state lines.
I think tampering is a bit of a reach.
It's a reach, or attempt to tamper or something like that. Nah, that's a reach, right?
If I think it would just be probably something to the tune of like mismanagement of resources.
Okay.
It wouldn't be tampering unless they actually physically touch the body.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Now, low key, it could be tampering with the investigation.
Oh, across state lines.
Correct.
Now that's federal.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Look how they call themselves doing the work of the government.
either way.
This is the rhetoric right here.
See, look, we ain't had to dox nobody. We ain't had to put no babies in no
Look.
backdrop. We had to
And he trying to, and this we gonna say this is how messy TikTok's supposed to be. Watch, because he think he's the king or the godfather of messy TikTok. So he's like defending his territory by
whether she is or isn't that
talking
person,
about
she
this.
deserved that explanation.
very clear. Damn right. It sounds good too, don't it? Say it across state lines. Some political career about yeah, I'm good, friend. I'm good.
This is the rhetoric that's going on over there, and this is like when I say there's so many of them. I literally like got overwhelmed with how many of this, like, our people are using this as a way to make money. Other people are using it to laugh and mock. And I guess this goes back to, you know, Dave Chappelle coming to the realization that some people was laughing with him and some people was laughing at him, right? In this situation right here, this is, you know, when you listen to this is ongoing right now.
That's why your profile picture the way it is.
Listen to this.
Yo, dusty ass. You dusty and you're fucking mad, babe. You're mad.
You the same one.
You're mad.
They won't take this shit down.
You're mad.
If we go over on TikTok right now and start talking about moon stars and quasars, we'll get flagged ASAP. But if we go over there and we push this shit, this is why I stopped. This is why I just play the game on TikTok now. When y'all ask like why I play the game, because this is what they wanted me to do. They wanted me to tear my people down. They wanted me to come at you guys. They wanted me to call black women bees. They wanted me to do all of this stuff where it's like tearing each other down, so on and so forth in the community. and they wanted to pay me to do it. They said, man, you got a hell of a tongue. The way that you can slice people with your words, we want you to go in there and this is what they wanted. And I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. So you know what? Fuck it. I would rather play the game with nobody in my room than sit there and participate. I don't care how many numbers they would have pushed in the room. And trust me, I was on the panel with 2,000 people arguing with creators like BB Gaming, arguing with creators like Known Cash, arguing with Kev the Comic, 1.5K in the room, so on and so forth. I was in those spaces, and I'm like, what are we doing? Like, what's the outcome of this? They was mad because I was just laughing about the whole thing. To me, it was comical. To them, they were serious. And I was just like, why so serious? It's not making sense. I'm not in your immediate life. I'm not in your real life. But to them, this is their real life. Their image on these applications is their real life. It became their real life. Why? Because it became their means of survival. Once it became their means of survival, they can't get out of that. Sitting here trying to unify, sitting here talking about, love and unity and putting the collective together, that's not something that's in the survival wheel because they're not making money off of it. They making money off of controversy. They making money off of arguments. They making money off of exploiting other people's lives and the livelihood of other people. I couldn't participate in it. I said I would rather sit there and play the game.
Hey, I bet you wish you could have. I bet you wish you could have. You go live and raise money for a soda.
You was the one telling her to hang herself.
Are you serious, AC?
Wasn't you the one telling her to hang herself?
Damn, where's your foster parents? Get somebody to talk to you. Get somebody to, I know HB.
But you the same one that don't
You
got your
dirty ass
I
motherfucker.
did.
Hey, man,
Don't mess up
You
your
the
new
same one
year.
that
New Year's
never
Eve,
Never got
everything
paid for
power.
shit. You did all this for nothing.
Wasn't your
With
husband the
charges
one
on the
touching
way.
on your kids?
You don't need
With
no backup
charges on
fingers.
the way.
Wasn't you
You
the same
touching
one?
on kids.
Wasn't
AC,
your
ain't
husband
that
the
the
one
reason you
touching
in a
on
group
your
home?
kids?
Ain't that the reason you in a group home?
This is my
Ain't that
house.
the reason you in a group home?
This is my
Cause
house.
your daddy touched
Breaker,
you. Ain't
heartbreaker,
that the reason you there? Cause your
heartbreaker,
mother touched you.
breaker.
Ain't that what you told me on the back end? That your dad touched you?
Look,
Your dad-
look at how they get close to you on the back end, find out. This is why I always said in the Discord, we don't trauma bond. This is why I keep on saying that to y'all. It's because this is the level that people are going through to exploit what you're going through in real life, what problems you have. This is what's happening. And it's happening on YouTube too. Y'all are in the algorithm. The Jaguar Right algorithm is the biggest algorithm that's happening in. You watching it happen on YouTube. You watching Jaguar Right exploit victims. You watching these other victims go and victimize other people. You're watching the fire that is causing on social media. These pages exist because we paid attention to them. And when we paid attention to them, it gave them power. And when it gave them power, they got addicted to the power. And it don't matter how much money you give them, it's not a good notion that's going to come out of this. And none of these content creators is going to say, you know what? Let me try to do for my people and buy some land and try to, get some houses. And they're not going to say none of that. They're going to be like, oh, the next vacation, the next trip, the next journey, that's it. So how do you stop this from festering? How do you stop it? Controversy sells. The only way is you got to reach out to the higher creators that want to change it. You got to reach out to maybe a Kai Cenat that want to do something different. You got to reach out to the bigger influencers that want to do something different. The Mr. Beast, the maybe somebody that want to turn over a new leaf to do something positive. You got to reach out to them. That's who I'm trying to reach out to. That's why they're stopping my content from getting out there, because they don't want me to reach out to somebody that can actually bring forth a idea or a positive change to a collective. So they'll always push my content down, push it to the side, and nobody wants to hear that shit. Blah, 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 blah. Why? Because world star. Because you're looking for the moments that put somebody in trauma. You know, somebody got to come across alive and hear screaming or something crazy going on. That's what's stopping you on a page, making you venture to that page for a while. You hear the cursing, you hear the outrageous talking, so on and so forth. And you're like, ooh, what's going on there? Like a bunch of nosy neighbors looking out the window. Except the reality is, you know, that phone became your window. These streamers pages, it became the new window. And we all looking out the window to see what we can be nosy with. See what I'm saying? It won't stop. It is one of those Energizer Bunny type things. It won't stop. It's gonna keep going, keep going, keep going. Negative will be got negative in this world, and it's gonna keep happening. And the reality of it is, it is sad, but the hardest part of this is that I think people enjoy it too much. But Rizzi, you know, was on there pouring her heart out. She was really on there trying to make connections, trying to grow, trying to, you know, be transparent, trying to open up. Yes, some of it might have been in drunken slurs or, however we pour out whatever it is we pour out. But I want y'all to take a listen to one of Rizzi's last speeches on here about how, good of a heart she had. And even when she would go hunting with her white family, how she felt and so on and so forth. And if anything, I want people to take away like how passionate she truly was and how good of a soul she was. Yeah, she was in a mess up. She was in the algorithm, and she was fighting in that algorithm too. We ain't gonna sugarcoat it. She was attacking people in the algorithm, fighting. She attacked people for Braid King. She attacked people for it just, those darker entities exploited her more than some of the other ones. They were like, oh, nobody want Rizzi around, so on and so forth. They wanted her around because they seen what they can do with her. They seen like, oh yeah, she going to other pages. Oh yeah, she's in Dime's group. She's in this group. Oh, okay, we could use her. And she was willing to, like, man, it's so much around this. Like over the last year and a half, 2 years, there's so much around this, from mental hospitals to, it's just so much more around this. And we see this happening on the internet more and more, and we're not saying anything about it. We see them exploiting people with mental health and so on and so forth, and we're not saying anything about it. We see those exploitations of people that's addicts, and we keep on giving them money, and we're not really fixing the problem. And I think we'll continue to have this happen in our communities.
I used to hunt with my white family all the time when I was younger. And when we used to pew a deer, and I would hit I'm sorry for all the vegetarians in the room, sorry. But whenever we would hit the leg or something and we would maim the deer, we would have to do immersing and unaliving, right? That man maimed me that night, and I'm never gonna be the same because of it. And to relieve me of all this, all he had to do was unalive me, make it all better.
Do you see what she's relating herself to? Do you see what she said? And nobody probably see, people were so caught up with whatever they wanted to look at, but nobody looked at what she said. She said that night that she was great was like a deer getting maimed, right? So the only way out would have been a mercy unaliving. Like that what she's saying. She wished he would have mercy unalived her that night because it would have been easier. And nobody seen this cry. All the people that's around her, all the people that was, braiding her hair, flying her out to hotels, all of this shit, they ain't see this cry for help. That's why I know we not listening to each other. That's how I know we don't hear each other.
But instead he chose to keep me alive, to bear the consequences of this pain. Y'all do enough on TikTok. Y'all do exactly what the enemy wants. Y'all do exactly what is not good. For survivors, for people that want to come forward, y'all know exactly what to do. So just y'all just keep reminding me I should have had that mercy unaliving, because that's what I would have done to that deer. Because leaving it in the wild like this is so vicious. It's so fucking cruel. It's so cruel. And y'all are so fucking cruel. Y'all are so fucking cruel. Y'all are so fucking cruel. I just wanted friends. I wanted friends outside of like, outside of my real life. So I came to TikTok. Yes, I paid for friends. Yes. You're right. I
See, this hurts because it's so many more people that's out there that's just like that. At least she admitted it. She admit she paid for friends. you know she wanted these people to really be her friends. She overlooked all the signs, flew them out to hotels, act like she really wanted her hair braided. She didn't care about hair being braided. you know she thought she was making friends with these people, and that man told her to give him 25K. 25K. She knew that they were using her for her money, and she didn't care because she just wanted friends. She just wanted friends. She didn't care that they were using her. See, that's how far we come in this world, where we don't even care about the treatment of ourselves as long as we can have friends. Now, if you think that's a 27-year-old woman, if you think at a younger age, if you think about it at a younger age, our kids are getting exploited even more to this same extent, where they don't care. They just want people of their peers. They don't care about the try this, try that, put your tongue on this, do that. They don't care. If the friends is doing it, they want friends. So they're looking at the social groups. And you look at the social groups now, this is why it's easy to put furries in the community. This is why it's easy to put trans canine in the communities. Why? Because if you show that this is where all the friends is at, then people might be willing to try some shit because that's where all the friends is at. Look at them having a good time over there. You want to have a good time too? Come on over here to have a good time. No morals. The snozzberries taste like snozzberries. Like I said, I've been on TikTok for a long time. I done had people, I done had, some big TikTok creators come through my page. I done had, Timberland sit on the panel for 45 minutes. Yeah, I done had, what's that girl named? Pretty Eye, whatever her name was, that had the nails. I done battled her before. Like, I to me, I thought it was about making the connection with people. That's what I thought. TikTok started off as a connection, like it was making connections with people. A lot of people, found their collective on TikTok. When they went to TikTok, they was like, man, these are my people. This is my, and then all of a sudden it was like they started like affecting those different groups and was like, oh yeah, this is a happy group. This is a positive group. This is a spiritual group. This is a, and they started putting, you know, messiness on us. Like it started getting weird. I was like, what is this? Why is I'm in this algorithm now? I was in an algorithm where people was talking about moon stars, quasars, magnetospheres, so on and so forth, you know, different variations of the biblical text going back to all types of stuff like that. So how did I end up in an algorithm where people just arguing, fighting, and so on and so forth? And I'm supposed to participate in that because it's an experiment. It's a social experiment. They put us in these different algorithms to see how we would act in these algorithms if we would give in to the chaos of the algorithm, into the negative of the algorithm, if it will affect us, and if we would give into it. And a lot of people gave into it. Let's be honest. A lot of people gave into it, you know? And you go back and look at it, you know, look at the faces that he making, read the body language. As he's sitting there talking to her, so on and so forth, read his body language, how he playing right in her face.
Hey, Rizzi, when are you going to take your hair down and wash it and condition it?
Look,
Excuse me?
Let me cut this up because we
You
got to
want
hear
to
this
take
while
your
you're
hair
using
down and go wash it and condition it.
When are you going to take your hair down and wash it and condition it? These some small braids too, baby.
Oh, you do all that.
look at his face. Look.
You gotta take her hair out too. I mean, she did fly your ass out to LA.
So it's Dr. Goo.
Well, y'all,
Look at his face.
Rizzi, that's going to take like 3 or 4 hours. Those are small braids that's been in there for 4 months.
The time frame is diabolical.
why am I Rizzi? You probably right.
How long has they been in? You better say a month.
You
Not a month or 2, no.
Maybe after I like take it out, wash it, blow dry, and then.
Oh, well. Because we don't have like, you gotta see the lip.
Girl, let me cook these right over.
No, I gotta say it.
See? Every moment they used to exploit her, every moment they were like, money, money, money. Rizzi flying me out the door hair to braid her hair. Money, money, money. Money, money, money. Like it was dark. It was dark.
The industry grew.
And y'all can't say like sound frequency is not playing a factor. If we go back and listen to what Candace Owens said,
The industry.
listen to what she said. Hold on, I
You
gotta
wanted them to be open to it.
end
Like,
the
and we
end the
go
what
back
you
to the
call
Big Papa video, right? Why was there? You remember the scene in the bathroom? Why was there a transgender pissing in the bathroom with them and the guy?
Set it up, right?
Yeah. Go to the scene when Buster's talking to her at the bar, and Big walk up and move it, and then or what you say, true, stop it right there and look at her deny her throat.
Not the knot in her throat.
Come on that shit, right? Her name is Shamika. She was from Queens and she got killed because she was dating her, didn't know it was a man, and went to have sex with him, found out she was a man, and she's dead, and he's in jail. What I believe is that the Tupac and Biggie got so gangster and so big that the agenda that they was about to push on us, that they later pushed on us, it just got pushed back. They was getting ready to groom us right there. They was grooming us. We got a transgender in the Big Papa video, in the bathroom, and the lead woman. Not only in Big Papa, like Warren, she's in the bed with Biggie, and then in the Flavor Air remix, she's dancing my hell out. And Hype Williams is the director, and she's the lead in all three of those videos, and he's the director of all three of those videos. And his movement that was his chick.
That is a major clue right there. I wanted you guys to hear that because it does seem.
And if you go back to DMX said in one of his songs, he said a little hood rat from 24th named Samika coming through like I do, getting my bark on. Knew she was a thug because when I met her, she had a scarf on. Huh? A lot of dark stuff been happening, and it's been happening since who knows. We in Roman times, we in the gladiator times. You go back and look at what was happening in the gladiator times, in the cathedrals, in the times of Rome. This is why Zeus Network does all the dark demonic work around it. That's why Krishan and them are sewn into contract. That's why you got to look at contracts before you sign them. Some of them is signing away spiritual properties when you sign these contracts. It's not just your image. It's not just some of it has spiritual properties to it, and you don't know it because they use a different word, and you thinking like, oh shit, that ain't nothing. I don't even know what that is. Shit. Whole time you done signed your soul. It ties to a soul contract.
Like the industry is having a reckoning, and people are realizing that this really hasn't been about just creating music. Hollywood is not just creating music for your entertainment. They are giving out frequencies, and they are modifying your behavior based on the frequencies that they are giving out. And so it's important to know what it is that you're listening to. On the other end of that, every person who has tried to speak out about this, who has tried to speak out about the industry, the type of people that are controlling the industry, the attacks that people face from the media if they try to speak out, is always the same. They're called crazy. They are always called crazy. And an example of one such individual who went through those sorts of attacks is the actor Orlando Brown. He was on Disney, and I remember everyone telling us that he was totally insane and deranged when he was saying a lot of things that at the time sounded crazy, particularly about Diddy. Take a listen.
The requirement is you got to say no to Diddy. If it's new booty in the building, you know he's going to get it.
Don't take your girlfriend to a Diddy party.
You can take the but he won't you. He ain't worried about that. He is not worried about the at all.
I mean, it's so crazy that all of these clips are coming out.
And the reason why she brings that up and talks about frequency is because if you go back to, Adrian, she said that he enters through your anal cavity, and it is a frequency basically to your lower chakra. So it's a way to get to your lower chakra, which is your root chakra. So through putting his seed inside you in that chakra or in that area, however you look at it, it's like infusing you with an entity or a piece of him, right? Transfer of fluids, whatever you want to call it, right? So this is why I say, like, this is important to know this stuff, because like they might push my page, push me out of the algorithm, but a lot of the stuff that I was talking about, a lot of the stuff that we talk about over here at the Atlas Network, this is what's happening. This is what's going on. This is why Candace Owens is saying it. It's frequency, right? We done talked about Lee lines. We done talked about the frequencies. We done talked about all of this stuff. Now, because we talk about it in depth, it's poppycock. But for somebody who's in controversy to just say, it's a frequency thing, blah blah blah, and just throw it out there with little details behind it, you're like, oh yeah, you're right. Why? Because you don't want to admit that you don't know what the hell going on. It's like somebody say, what's a negative vibe? Like, nah, you got a negative vibe, right? Because you don't really know what a negative vibe is. You like, yeah, you're right. They got a negative vibe. But you don't really know what a negative vibe is because they trick you. They make you think that these positive people who are, strung out, using drugs, influencers that are, under the influence of this and under the influence of that, that's, they control by spirits. They control by spirits. Their conscious level is so low that these entities that move that we can't see, they're able to commandeer your vessel and take over your vessel. That's why people go through blackout periods, where it's like they don't remember what happened because your consciousness is too low for you to remember what's happened, but your body's in full operation of doing a bunch of shit because that means that spirit took a hold of you. But because we're in a world of unknown, people not knowing this stuff, they're able to get taken advantage of a little bit more now. They're like, that's why she say you got to be careful what you listening to, because people are infusing different things in you with the frequencies that's constantly pumping in your ear. It's like, someone constantly pumping in your ear that you want to unalive yourself. You know what I mean? Like, so right then and there, like it's pumping it. It's like, when Biggie said he felt like death was after him, so on and so forth. And because you came out with an album called Life After Death, you pumped it out there, big sales on it. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's a coincidence that, Nipsey said he want an album that big. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I want my album to be as big as, Life After Death, so on and so forth. So these things can be spoken into existence because of the power of it. The more people that you have that is in your conscious, like, Jay-Z, Beyonce, they got a lot of people that believe in them. You know what I mean? So their idea of reality can get crafted faster than my idea of reality. You know what I mean? I don't have enough people believing in me. You know what I mean? But once that starts building and I get more people to start believing in me, then, my intentions will reshape the world, if that makes sense. So it's like when you have people believing in you, you can reshape the world with your intent. But when you don't have people, when you got people that's believing in, the chaos in the world, that's what's shaping the world. When you got people that's believing in the people that believe in the chaos in the world, that's what's shaping the world. So we're getting more and more of that because people put their faith in those who believe in destroying the world. They believe in the rapture. These people believe in the rapture. So therefore, we're going to witness more and more chaos in the world because you putting your intent and your faith in those who believe in that rhetoric. You put your faith in, so a man thinketh, so shall it be type of mindset. And you start putting your faith, start putting your belief in those who have good belief in the world, good outcome for the world. I want a good outcome for all of us. Love is love. Namaste. Ashe. Salutations. Remember, if nobody told you today that they love you, let me be the first but not the last to tell you that I love you. Remember, one's image of oneself should be greater than reality. No one shouldn't tell you that you aren't great because you are. All right. And we're going to end this live and probably go play the game on TikTok for a little bit. Hopefully this circulates. Replay gang, do your thing.
When you don't know what you're gonna do, and you're down and out, they're there for you. They be at the spot, they care for you. Oh, where for you? Yeah, they there for you. When you got good news, they win with you.
Hey, man, I hope y'all have a great day. I'm thinking about streaming the game over here. What y'all think? Should I stream the game on Twitch and YouTube, or should I stream it on TikTok? I'm stream it on TikTok. I'll get a group of people over there that can tap the screen, and we can talk the same way. Just being in present. Be present with
They rock with you, on the block with you. Yes, they tick tock and lock with you.